Hi guys, welcome back. I'm talking a bit quietly because my mum's in bed at the moment. I also have a cold right now. So yeah, this was the perfect time to do a video with a voiceover. Today I'm going to be doing my go-to glam makeup look. I'm basically just going to take you through all the steps that I go through to do my makeup. So yeah, let's get started. The first thing that I use is the Clinique Moisture Surge Moisturiser. It's one of two moisturisers that I use, but this is the one that I like to use underneath my makeup because my skin gets quite dry around my T-zone and I don't really want that to affect my makeup. I next go in with my Morphe Equalizer Foundation Primer. This feels really slippy underneath my makeup normally. I don't know what it is, it doesn't feel very grippy, it just feels very slidey. If anyone can explain to me what that actually does, I will be forever grateful. I next go in with the Got To Be Brow Gel. I'm not the biggest fan of this because over the day it kinda, I don't know how to explain it, it just kinda, my brows don't stay in place. I really want to get the Pink Honey Brow Gel, the one with like the hole in the middle, because I feel like that's a pretty good brow gel. I next go in with the NYX Lift and Snatch Brow Pencil and I shake it out real well. It's in the Auburny shade. It was supposed to just be brown, but it comes out really like Auburny. It's really strange, but I just work with it, and because I've got red hair obviously, it's not as big of a deal, but it's still kind of annoying because my brows are not auburny, they're very much brown, as you can tell by the colour of my hair and obviously the colour of my eyebrows. I also have quite sparse eyebrows in the front, as you can see right now. I'm trying to fix that, and I have kind of sparse areas near the arch as well, so I kind of have to go in and just fix that as much as I possibly can. I then go in with a cotton bud to make sure the area underneath my brows is clean so my concealer doesn't get all messed up, which tends to happen quite a lot. I then go in with the Revolution Conceal and Define concealer. I think my shade is C3, but don't quote me on it, and a small angled brush just to be pretty precise, because I'm a bit messy when I do my brows and it kind of goes everywhere, so I just need to carve it out a little bit just to make everything straight and cohesive. I then go in with my beauty blender just to blend out and blur the edges. I then just put a dot of concealer on my eyes. I really should get an eyeshadow primer, but I don't have one yet, so this is what we're using for now. It does the job. I do set it just with my Rimmel Kind and Free setting powder in translucent and a flat brush. These are all the eyeshadow brushes I'll be using, and I'm using the 35Y or Escape eyeshadow palette. I absolutely love this, and I'll be using these kind of colours. This is the brush I'm using for my eyeshadow, and I'm going in with shade Focus, packing that on the outer corner, mostly on the crease area, and blending it out towards the middle. Then go in with a even fluffier brush and just go over that and just blur out everything even more. I then go in with Intuition just to add that as like a transition-y shade between Focus and my eye. Next going in with Soul Purpose as just a bit of a darker shade, more focused on the lid than the crease. I like these shades because they're really warm. They look way more orange on camera as well than they are in real life, which is very strange. Just blurring everything out again with the big fluffy brush. I tend to go in with the previous colour as well, it just helps blend it out more. Then going in with an even smaller fluffy brush in the shade Radiate and packing that very, very closely into the bottom of my outer corner, and then just blending it ever so slightly into the crease. Then going in with my fluffy brush again, just blending everything out even further. The thing that I love most about doing eyeshadow is blending, making everything look blurry and nice and no harsh lines. We hate harsh lines in eyeshadow. I also tend to look quite straight ahead when I'm doing eyeshadow to make sure you can see all the colours, because I have quite, I wouldn't say overly hooded eyes, but you do struggle to see colour sometimes. Going in with a very flat brush and the shade Inner Glow, I'm just putting that on the very middle of my eye up into the crease, just to add a bit of a more orangey shimmer. It was very, very bright in person. And then going in with Astral Plane right on the inner corner. It was quite a highlighty shade, this colour, so I thought it would be nice in there. And then using the fluffy brush just to blend those two colours together. Then going back in with my concealer just to add a bit into my inner corner and underneath my eyes, just to prep for my eyeliner. And then using the Maybelline Superstay Skin Tint in shade 3, continuing to go underneath my eyes just to add a little something. I feel like this just helps when you're putting on eyeliner, and it kind of carves out the eyeshadow a little bit as well. Then going in with my Collection Fast Stroke Liquid Eyeliner in the brown shade. I liked the idea of using a brown shade with this eyeshadow just because it was such a warm look. And I was right, because it looked really nice with the orangey browny eyeshadows. I feel like I've got eyeliner down to a fine art now as well, just because I've been doing it for so long. I feel like I did it every day at one point, and it's now just down to muscle memory. Like, even when I mess it up, it's not by much. I think the thing that I struggle with most now is getting the angle right. That's why I kind of have to go back and forth looking at both eyes just to make sure the angles are right on both. And then if it's not, I clean it up and adjust when I need to. I also don't pull the eyeliner all the way across my eye. Now just going in with a cotton bud and cleaning up the bit that I messed up. And also just cleaning up the eyeshadow as well. Then going in with my Morphe Prep and Set Mist, just to set the eyeshadow in place and prime my skin for the rest of my products. And obviously I need to spot conceal because my skin is atrocious at the moment because of the changing weather. The weather is terrible in Scotland and my skin is paying the price. I'm also pretty sure it was like 2 days before I was due to start my period, so that might have something to do with it as well. Then going in again with my Maybelline Superstay Skin Tint, this time for the rest of my face. I try and use as little as possible, but sometimes when my skin is this bad I have to use quite a bit. Today I was a bit in between. My cheeks are quite red for some reason. I have a patch that just will not accept any makeup products. I feel like you could see it on the left hand side of my face there, as well as my nose. There's a patch in the middle of my nose that just will not take makeup. But I got lucky today and it did, so yeah. I also really want to try using a brush to blend out my foundation, so if anybody has any good foundation brush recommendations, please do let me know down below because I would be very interested to try it. Then going in again and just doing underneath my eyes because my dark circles are atrocious right now. I tend not to use too much because then it makes my face look even paler than it already is, and we don't want that. And then again just cleaning up underneath my eyes and putting back product that I removed with my makeup remover and my cotton bud. Another blast of my setting spray and onto my powder. I tend to use the flat brush and really pack on the powder underneath my eyes, around my nose, on my chin and my forehead because they're the areas that get oily the quickest. But then for the rest of my face I kind of use a fluffier powdered brush because I don't need as much. Now moving back to eyes, I'm basically just using all of the same colours again, going from dark to light on the bottom of my eye and blending where needed, just to balance out the top and the bottom lid. And then using the bright highlighter shade again in the inner corner. And then for my bronzer slash contour, I am using the Benefit Hoola bronzer, just the traditional one, going around my cheekbones and my forehead, because I was looking rather pale. And I know what you're probably thinking, Siobhan, that is a lot of bronzer that you're putting on. But trust me, when I blend it out and I blend it into the rest of my face and my neck, it all evens out, it's fine. It just looks really dramatic on camera. But trust me, it's fine. I also had to put a bit of bronzer on the other areas of my face. Also just carving out my nose. I really should use a smaller brush for my nose, but I don't. I just use the big fluffy one. And then going in, and I think this is called veiling, where you just kind of go over with powder to blend it in. Blending out all of the harsh lines of my bronzer slash contour that I put on, and it evens out a little bit. And to even it out even more, we're going to go into blusher, and I use the Unlimited blush in shade 8 from Kiko. I love this blush because it's like such a nice mix between a pink and a peach colour, because I really don't like overly pink blushers. I'm not much of a pink person. She says as she's wearing a pink dressing gown, but that's beside the point. This also looks really crazy until I blend it in, but as you can see, as I'm blending it, it doesn't look so crazy. And another blast of setting spray. Are we surprised? No. And then moving on to the inner corner eyeliner. This takes so much concentration. As you can see on my face, I'm like concentrating the hell out of this. And again, I don't go into the middle of my eye, I just focus it on where my eyelashes start on my eye, if that makes sense. Probably doesn't make any sense, but it makes sense in my head. And then moving on to mascara, I'm using the Maybelline Sky High mascara. Of course, everyone uses it, and just going over my lashes. I'm not putting on fake lashes today because I have a lash lift, and just using mascara seems to be working really well at the moment. I do need to get my lashes redone at some point soon. But then going in with a MAC red lip liner that definitely needed sharpened. I don't know what MAC red lip liner it is because I think it's quite old. I think it was actually my mum's, but we're not going to talk about that. When I am lining my lips, I like to go over it a few times, obviously, but then I also don't draw in my Cupid's bow. Don't know if you've noticed that. I draw my lips straight across. I feel like it makes them look so much more full if I don't draw in my Cupid's bow. If I draw in my Cupid's bow, my lips tend to look wonky, but if I do it this way, they don't. And then going in with my Kiko Milano Instant Colour Red lipstick. It's a very matte liquid lipstick, but it is so red, as you can see. I absolutely love it. It's my go-to red lipstick. It's my favourite thing ever. I've been using it for such a long time. And I think when I run out I'll cry because I haven't seen it in the shop for such a long time, but we're just gonna pray that I never run out of it. Again, I'm very precise with this. It takes a lot of concentration, clearly, but we get there in the end. Another blast of setting spray again. I think that's like the fourth one now, but I think that's the last one, hopefully. And dry it off, obviously, don't want anything sliding, and I think that's us done with the makeup. Now moving on to some little accessories. These are just some little hoops from Primark. They came in a set of like 5 or 6. I struggle to get my earrings in so much right now because I think my piercings are closing up slightly, which is not good, but we get them in. And then just taking my hair out of a clip to brush it. My hair is gross because I was going to get my hair done on the Saturday and I was like, there's no point in washing it because it'll get washed at the hairdressers. So I just left it, and as you can see at the top it's really greasy, so we're gonna put that up in a half up, half down, which is what we're getting onto now. I just brush all of the hair on the top of my head behind my ears, and because it's greasy it stays where I put it. Taking the hair from my ears and putting it up in a half up, half down and scraping it as much as I can. Obviously, because I have a little bit of a fringe, it doesn't all scrape back. So I have to Kirby the hell out of it, which is what we're going to move on to next. And that is us done. Thanks for getting ready with me, guys. I'll see you next week.